WFHK, W231CW. Our frequency modulation, it's 94.1. Pell City, Lincoln, Asheville, Ragland, Springville.
The River Studio is powered by Benton Nissan, Oxford, Alabama.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. 3 people shot and killed in Jacksonville, Florida Saturday are remembered at church services and vigils, including one near the Dollar General store where a 21-year-old white supremacist went, police say, to kill black people. Governor Ron DeSantis.
We are not going to let people be targeted based on their race. We are going to stand up and we are going to do what we need to do to make sure that evil does not triumph in the state of Florida.
Backed away from the microphone, booed by many in the crowd. A Jacksonville City Councilwoman stepped in and asked people to listen to the governor. Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo is in China.
This comes as the United States continues to work with allies to block China's ability to get equipment for its chip industry. Beijing, on the other hand, has restricted shipments from major U.S. companies.
That's Fox's Ryan Schmelz. America's listening to Fox News.
On the river.
The JP Dice weather update for today is calling for a pretty good chance for some rain, maybe some storms this afternoon with highs of 89 degrees. And it looks like we're going to be a little bit cooler and a little bit wetter as we go through this week. We'll bring on JP Dice in a bit with a complete look at the river area weather forecast. A 22-year-old St. Clair County man, Andre Laquan Pope Jr., was convicted of murder late last week in the case where 67-year-old Brian Shaw of Odenville was shot and killed in his garage in May of 2021. Now, court records show that robbery may have been a motive. Another suspect in the case goes to trial later on this year, and Pope is set to be sentenced this September. And by all accounts, Brian Shaw was a hardworking, honest man and became a volunteer with the American Red Cross, logging in over 8,000 hours, and was working on one of his beloved cars when he was shot and killed during a botched robbery in May of 2021. The high school football season in Alabama kicked off last week under very hot conditions. We'll be going over the scores as we go through the morning. And 2 county teams that the River Sports Network is covering this year, Pell City and St. Clair County, will have their coaches shows tomorrow that are open to the public. The Tyler Robinson Show, featuring St. Clair County head football coach Tyler Robinson and Matt Coulter, is set to go Tuesday evening, 6:30, at Bowling's Barbecue on Highway 411 in Odenville. And the Rush Probst Show with Panthers head coach Rush Probst, along with Adam Stocks and Lance Bowman, is set to go at 7 o'clock Tuesday night at City Market Grill and Buffet in Pell City. Both of these shows are open to the public, talking high school football on Tuesday nights. The unofficial summer send-off is this coming weekend with the Labor Day holiday weekend. It's also the weekend where the Auburn Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide kick off their 2023 football seasons. Both teams play at home. Alabama has Middle Tennessee State, while Auburn takes on UMass as the Labor Day weekend is coming up this weekend.
News on the river.
And we also have this announcement. Mr. Joseph Michael Brennan, age 82 of Cropwell, has passed away. His service is set for this Wednesday, 10 a.m. from the Coosa Valley Baptist Church, with burial at the Alabama National Cemetery. The family will be receiving friends at the church beginning at 9 this Wednesday, with the Usry Funeral Home directing the service for 82-year-old Mr. Joseph Michael Brennan from Cropwell.
Weather on the river.
Here's an update on the forecast for today. Expect temperatures around 89 degrees. Pretty good chance of afternoon storms, so be prepared for that. More rain for your Monday night, a low of 71. Tuesday looks a bit wet during the afternoon, high of 85, and more rain coming up on Wednesday. That's your weather update. Meteorologist JP Dice here at 94.1 FM The River.
Weather on the river. Adam and John in the mornings. And the 94.1 The River.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Everybody's voting for the friendly voice of radio, the people's choice. Music, weather, sports, and news, it's radio. The people choose. Everybody's swinging to the swinging voice of radio, the people's choice. Big fry, small fry, dawn to dawn, it's radio that turns them on. Swinging, singing, a million sounds you want to hear. It's a landslide every year. Everybody's diving in the smiling voice of radio, the people's choice. East Coast, West Coast, in between, it's radio that makes us see.
C D F F F. 3 weeks we've been talking about the Platt Amendment. What are you people? On dope?
707 Aloha, Mr. Hand from 94.1 FM. The River, mid-70s, a cloudy start. Not going to be as hot today. 89 is what JP Dice. That's a number I heard anyway, with a chance for some rain and storms at times. We're going to go over the high school football scores, one of which, this is going to leave my hand. It's going to fly all the way over to Adam. Looky here, $1.
Yes.
See it? Look at it go. Yoink!
Yay! It looks like
I pay my debts.
$1, Mortimer.
It was a close game. I was checking scores, the County High Asheville game. I think Asheville had the lead. It was like maybe 24-21 or something, but the finale, St. Clair County High, 41-24 winners over Asheville on the River Sports Network. Anybody here? There was a game in Moody, I think. Moody, 28-24 winners over Pell City. It was everything you could possibly want in a football game and about 100 things more. Shocker here, Leeds got beat, 31-28. Mortimer Jordan, Leeds was at home. Lincoln topped Talladega, 31-7. Thursday night game, Springville beat Etowah. Good win for the Tigers, 28-21. Vincent over Raglan, 29-20. And Woodland shuts out Victory Christian, 38-0. I didn't miss anybody, did I?
I don't think so. I don't have my list in front of me, but I think you got everybody there. So
Coleman got hammered.
I saw that, yeah. Well, that was a Thursday game, wasn't it?
They got beat Thursday pretty good. They were in it at the half to a really good 3A team, but a 6A getting throttled by a 3A is never good.
Whack, 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 picking up that tail. Hey, don't forget, as we'll get back to football here in just a second, but those that are in Pell City, there is a train that's been there for close to probably at least 40 minutes that's blocking the entire downtown area. You cannot cross anywhere through downtown Pell City. The last update we had was about 5 minutes ago. So 231, y'all take 231 to get over the railroad tracks because you're not going to get through them because the train, it looks like it's going towards Birmingham. And the locomotive parts are stopped just short of Dry Creek Road. That's the road that cuts right behind the high school where the the bus shop and everything is. So it's just short of that road, but the arms are down. So you can't pass there, and you can't pass anywhere through downtown Pell City, 19th Street or any of those right there. So you got to go over 231. So there's going to be extra traffic, through downtown Pell City area.
No biggie.
Everybody trying to get through the lights and everything like that. So keep that in mind. Give yourself some extra time if you're going to Pell City or Duran. If you're having a drop off there, give yourself some extra time. I don't know about the buses, because as I mentioned, the buses coming out of the bus shop, a lot of them probably going to go over the railroad tracks. Well, railroad tracks they can't get across right now. So there's a back way they can go through, Blue Cut Road, something back there. They can, but it's going to take some extra time. So there may be some buses that running a little bit late today. So just hopefully everybody gets there on time, but I don't think everybody is.
7:11 in the morning. Did you happen to see the championship game of the Little League World Series?
No, I didn't.
It'd be hard to top the Moody Pell City game. This one may have. The U.S. was leading the international team, I think from the Caribbean, 5-1 in the top of the fifth inning. That's the last inning of Little League, right?
I think so.
I think so. Anyway, the guy from the international team, he had 3 on base, and he hit a grand slam home run, ties it up, and they're going nuts at the Little League World Series. Well, the bottom of the fifth, I think it might have been the second pitch, the ball hadn't landed yet. A guy for the U.S. Little League team out of, they're from California, I believe, Louis Lepi. He's an instant hero. He clobbered the ball, and the U.S. gets the win in that one, a walk-off home run in the Little League World Series on national TV. I mean, if you're a Little League baseball player, it doesn't get any better than that. It was a really good game. I watched several of the games as the U.S. won a walk-off home run in the bottom of the fifth. I mean, there's no doubt the second he hit that ball, it was out of there.
We got some reports the train is moving. I've got several people just saying the train is moving, but has not passed yet, moving very slowly. So that's good news. It's
get out and push it.
Just push. Get the hobos out of there. Make it lighter. Are there any hobos still hopping on trains?
I don't think hobo is a very good word anymore.
Oh, hobo can't be bad. What does hobo stand for? It's got to be short for something. Hobo.
Barney used to go out and clean out the hobo camp about once a month at Mayberry. They lived over there by the train.
One of the best hobo scenes ever was when Pee Wee Herman, he hitches a ride trying to get out to Texas, and he's singing with that old hobo guy, and Jimmy Crackcorn, and I don't care. And Pee Wee he just can't take it anymore. He tucks and rolls, and luckily he lands right in front of the Alamo, which does not have a basement, by the way. I did not know that.
7:14. Hopefully the train in downtown PC will be gone shortly. It'll still mess up the school drop-off because you're probably already, you drive up 19th Street, oh, crap, there's a train. And then you try to wheel around. Good luck getting to school safely this morning. Let's all, just chill.
Just chill. Relax. Yeah. Be kind. Be kind today. There will be some traffic backed up as everybody's trying, especially those that try to get the school early. It's 7:14. A lot of schools have the 7:15 drop-off. So it is moving the train, which is a good thing. Hopefully it'll be out of the way before too long. At the beginning of it was, like I said, right at Dry Creek Road, right behind the high school. And when I went over 231, I looked to the right, looking towards Riverside. That train was as far as I could see. So if it's moving slow, it's going to take a little while. So not going to. I mean, if you're stuck there now, you're not going to be late for school, obviously. But I don't know if it affected any of the buses of them having to go back route. And I saw somebody on the Facebook page saying Emily, thank you, Blue Cut, Blue Hole Road. That's kind of a back way that you could get from the bus terminal all the way back around through town. So, again, the bus is moving, so that is good news. High school football, don't forget we got the coaches shows going on tomorrow. We've got Pell City High School. They are going to have Rush Probst at home for the first time ever in his tenure. It's only game number 2. But come join us tomorrow at City Market with the Coaches Show. Coach Rush Probst. Oh, we got a lot to talk about with Coach tomorrow, starting at 7 o'clock. It is open. Come on out and have a dinner with us. Get out there about 6:30 or so and get yourself some delicious food. They got the buffet, all you can eat. The kids, they have a special for students, $10, all you can eat, and your drink is included for any students that show up there. And we had several that did show up this past show last week. 7 o'clock, City Market is where we're going to be, and we appreciate everybody that comes out. We'll go Facebook Live on that one tomorrow at 7. And let's see what we could talk about. We're going to talk about the football game, obviously. 28-24, Moody over Pell City, and a couple of things. I mean, it was a really, really good game. It was a game, it had a little controversy here and there. At the beginning, I don't know if y'all caught the beginning of the broadcast or not as we were there, but it started with assistant coaches kind of.
What was that about? I've heard
it was just football.
Well, you never see that.
Well, you never have cameras there, and you're never that early there. It was one of the assistant coaches.
Let me just from what I've heard, I was not there.
All right, I was there. I'll tell you what happened.
Here's what I heard, that there was a situation, finger pointing, face to face, possibly screaming, 2 hours before kickoff.
Yes.
Amongst coaches, maybe from both schools, even an SRO.
Yes.
But why? I mean, I've been to games 3 hours early. And that's when everybody's not nice.
Oh, well, it was, this has turned into a pretty good rivalry. Now, I don't know, the way they do high school football, schedules are done every 2 years.
Yeah, will we re-up? We better. When they get the numbers in, I'm sure there was a boatload of people at Pell City last year. And everybody in the county was at Moody Friday night.
Yeah.
Times $7 to $10, whatever a ticket was.
So the two coaches at the schools have to agree to play each other for another 2 years is what's going to have to happen when the new regions and classifications come out later.
Let me get a neutral site.
No, what happened? So we were there. What happened was Moody's football team, they were out there, and we got there at 3, so maybe a little after 3, Moody's football team was out there.
Doing what?
They do just their walkthrough.
So are they still in their school clothes?
No.
You're not in full uniform, though.
No, they were in, the athletic shorts and stuff like that, and tank tops, and, just coming across
Which is normal.
Yeah, man, it's a normal thing. They do it all the time. And so Moody, they go out there and they go up and down the field, and they have the
whole field, not just half.
Right, yeah. Okay. And Pell City's not there. It's just Moody. So Moody, they go off, and then Pell City, they arrive in the buses, and they come out.
I thought they flew in.
No air conditioning, by the way, in the visitors'
Well, let's talk
house.
about that one, too, after this.
No air conditioning in the visitors' field house, about 110 feels like. So Pell City gets there, and they again, it happens every game. They go walk out on the field, and they go from left to right, and then
getting a feel of the atmosphere.
Yeah, and then
happens every Friday, right?
Yes, and then they kind of start walking back the other way, and one of the Moody assistant coaches and some of the Pell City assistant coaches are kind of jawing at each other, and and it kind of got it nothing but. No shoving or anything like that. Just yan. It's football. They're trying to pump the kids up, and they're trying to. It's a gladiator sport.
That instance is rare.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it before?
Yes, I have. But that's what I'm saying. This happens well before the crowd gets there. And we just happened to be there well before the crowd got there as well.
I've been there a lot of early games, too, and I've never seen yan start.
Yeah, you see, especially when the visiting team comes, and they may stand right in the middle on the logo of the home team.
Auburn tried that at LSU one time. 35-0 later.
And there may be some, dog poop covering up, cat poop covering up, on the home logo, and then you got that.
Okay.
So anyway, so then that kind of morphs into with Coach Probst. He's on the field, and Coach Probst, And the SRO for Moody High School, they got into a little bit of
and that can't be common.
No, I haven't seen that a whole lot in my 23 years. And there was some pointing going on, and they were close, and I've heard what the conversation was, but I don't know, so I'm not going to say. But, I mean, it's all part of football. And matter of fact, even in the post-game interview, if you go back and watch it on our Facebook page, Coach Probst even said, he said, that's just part of it. That's part of the football game. That's part of
somebody told me that was there when the finger pointing was going on, E equals MC square is what I heard. I mean, with the emphasis every time you point, like
Yes.
Mama Whippins on Saturday at Walmart.
Yes.
Don't you ever do that again. Right on the on beat. So E equals MC square is what I heard the disagreement was about.
Yeah, I don't know if that was it or not, but if that's what you heard, then maybe that is.
Who win? Okay, in that situation, you're the visitor. You're an SRO. They have a lot of authority.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the football coach on the other side. That's a match right there.
Yeah, I've heard what was said between the two, but again,
What E equals MC square?
I've been told by a couple of people, but and look, here's the thing: is that watch a coach's show tomorrow. Rush Probst's coach's show at 7:00. Coach is not one to shy away from anything, so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about headphones, I'm sure, tomorrow during the coach's show as well. Come on out and join us at
bring the
City
solder
Market
gun.
Grill and Buffet starting at 7. If you can't make it, you can watch it live on our Facebook page and the YouTube channel, which is 94.1 FM The River. So we'll talk. And, that was the whole – we talked about this in the pregame on Friday. It's normally the kids against the kids, a team against a team. But what kind of bubbled – as really the headline of that matchup Friday was the coaches. It was Coach Jake Gaines in his second year, turning around Moody High School, going 9-1 last year, barely losing to Leeds, and going to the second round. Rush Probst coming back into the state of Alabama, trying to turn around a 1-9 football team, and that kind of turned into the main storyline of the football game. And then, we had a player ejected from Moody High School, and so tempers flaring there. Principal from Moody High School was on the field at one point as the ejection was being discussed.
Does he have any eligibility left?
The principal?
Yeah.
I don't know if Dr. Walters has any eligibility left. I don't think he'd want to suit up.
Didn't have a helmet on.
As hard as they were hitting out there, I don't think anybody was that. But in the end, it was a great football game. It has turned into a really, really good rivalry. I hope it continues. Hats off to Coach Jake Gaines and his coaching staff. They did a heck of a job. The adjustments in the second half they made without their main running back, Blaine Burke, who was ejected. And for them to do that, and hats off to Coach Probst. Look, I'll tell you like it is. I actually thought Pell City was about a 20-point dog going into the game.
Led 10-0.
And they led 10-0. And a couple of big things that happened during the game. Caleb Gross just about going into the end zone. He was inside the 10 going to our right, and that was possibly going to be 7 points. Fumbled the ball, and then 90 yards later goes the other way. That's a 14-point swing.
Yep.
And then and I know I'm a Pell City guy, but a very questionable. We looked at the replay several times. Touchdown catch, which was called back for offensive pass interference late in the game, going to the left side of the field if you were watching from the visitor side, where Caleb Gross and the DB were going one-on-one. And Getmanshook threw the ball deep over there in that back right corner.
It was caught.
And it was caught. And Caleb Gross, I mean, he was getting a little separation. It was that. And so the flag came out, and that negated a touchdown. So again, that's a 21-point swing right there in those two plays. So but look, in the end, it's Moody 28, Pell City 24. But as a Panther fan, and I talked to a ton of Pell City fans out there, been a long time since I've seen a Pell City team play that hard.
They played hard.
Play that discipline, the game plan going in and through the course of it. That was building block number 1, and it's not going to be long until Pell City is a force in 6A.
Well, if you look at some of the stuff that happened around the country, that was a very heated rivalry, and there was some yan-yan, but I didn't hear of any fights, which is awesome. And there were incidents in Alabama where they had to kind of clear the stadium and stuff like that. So in the stands, it was just fun football. That area they have, I'm guessing I don't know which direction, maybe the north end zone where they have the patio area and all of the tents in Moody. It's kind of like a little area of luxury boxes. It was 10 deep the entire way around where there weren't seats. It was incredible, but got the win there. Moody did 28-24. Mortimer Jordan 31-28 winners at Leeds. Lincoln, no trouble with Talladega, 31-7. Thursday night game, Springville 28-21 over Etowah. I didn't see that one coming. Good play by the Tigers. County High, Tyler Robinson gets his debut win as a head coach, 41-24 at home over Boo Boo Shepherd and Asheville. That was a really close game in the second half. I don't know how the spread got there. It was Vincent 29-20 winners over Ragland, and Wadley shutting out Victory Christian 38-0.
I got a correction on the score. I know that you got it from the AHSAA. Imagine this. The AHSAA is wrong. Hold on a second. I've got it. It was sent to me. It was 38-7. So they did get on the scoreboard. 38-7 was the final score for Victory, yes.
That's better than a shutout.
Yeah, I mean, you get the donut off of there. Couple of things real quick. The train has moved. Thank you. I'm getting a ton of texts, bunch of people. The train has moved out of the way, but still a lot of congestion out there. So the train has moved out of downtown, but there's still a lot of congestion. And then one other, give me one more bumper music. I got to give a whipping to Pell City fans. There are some idiots out there. So at the end of the game,
I heard about this.
It was right in front of us. Yeah. End of the game's over. Okay, the hard fought. They shook hands. No pushing, no shoving, nothing like that at the end of the game. And it was good sportsmanship by Moody and Pell City. And then right in front of us, some idiot Pell City fans leaning over the rails, and they're hollering and cussing at Moody players, at the kids. And then, they got to have some assistant coaches for Moody come over, and the kids, adults act like adults. I mean, it's just, and these were Pell City fans. And look, I give Pell City fans whippings when we leave all the trash around. Pick up after yourselves, y'all. And that's any fan. Pick up after yourselves. But these idiots, after a hard-fought win by Moody, and they're over there, they're on the field, and we got, I don't know, 3 or 4, I'm guessing their parents. They were grown blank people. And they're leaning over the railing, and they're pointing, and there's stuff like that is just absolutely ridiculous. And that's what's wrong with society today, is when grown adults don't act like grown adults. And when your children see you act stupid like that, they think it's okay. And it's not okay. And that's what's wrong with society. So I don't know if those people watch us or listen to us or not, but y'all, we're idiots. You need to take a step back and think about yourselves and what you did, and the influence that you have over your children and other children, and just quit being stupid.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Monday.
Adam and Joy in the mornings on 94.1 The River.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brent Button from Holly Automotive here in Pale City, Alabama. We are a locally family-owned dealership in Pale City. Please like and follow our growing Facebook page at Holly Automotive, where we upload all new inventory daily with prices, pictures, and descriptions. Please call me, Brent Button, 205-338-5355, or stop by and see us all here at Holly Automotive, 225 Old Coast City Road, Pale City, Alabama.
I'm Brian Collins with Two Wheel Heaven Power Sports in Pell City. From sales to service to parts, our goal at Two Wheel Heaven Power Sports is to meet all your ATV, side-by-side, and motorcycle needs. And we finance. We have experienced staff and certified technicians on hand in our service department. And we also have a wide variety of accessories, riding gear. We'll keep you looking good. Two Wheel Heaven Power Sports on Comer Avenue, or call 205-473-0143.
Doc's Bar and Grill in Pell City. delicious food, and a great atmosphere. Whether you're craving hand-breaded tenders, Philly cheesesteak, a Reuben, how about a BLT or a juicy bacon cheeseburger? Doc's has ribeyes, fillets, or salads like Caesar, Cobb, chicken, or Greek. Your favorite place to meet with friends, old and new. Doc's Bar and Grill. For lunch and dinner hours and to see their full menu, look up Doc's Bar and Grill on Facebook. Come see Amber and the great staff at Doc's Bar and Grill.
Need a little good news in your life? Well, here's the deal. State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Alabama, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm at an even better price. I'm State Farm Agent Brian Worley, and State Farm can help you save more cash and get the good neighbor service you deserve. It's the real deal for car insurance. Call me, Brian Worley, at 205-640-1000. That's 205-640-1000. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
AODFCU is here to help you find your happy new home. Get pre-qualified for a home mortgage loan today. Visit AODFCU.com to get pre-qualified and sign up for Rate Watch to have rates emailed to you.
Loans are subject to credit approval. AOD Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender. NMLS number 41549.
Shop till you drop at the Rustic Bucket Market Fall Harvest Show, Friday and Saturday, September 8th and 9th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the St. Clair County Covered Arena. You'll find vintage, handmade, and boutique items, antiques, home decor, furniture, food, pumpkins, and more. $5 cash admission at the gate. Find them on Facebook for more info. That's the Fall Harvest Show hosted by the Rustic Bucket Market, September 8th and 9th at the St. Clair County Arena. Don't miss it.
Weather on the river.
Here's an update on the forecast for today. Expect temperatures around 89 degrees. Pretty good chance of afternoon storms, so be prepared for that. More rain for your Monday night, a low of 71. Tuesday looks a bit wet during the afternoon, high of 85, and more rain coming up on Wednesday. That's your weather update. Meteorologist J.P. Dice here at 94.1 FM The River.
Weather on the river. Enjoying the mornings and 94.1 The River.
It is 7:33. It's going to be a good show tomorrow night. The Rush Probst show, 7 o'clock at City Market Grill and Buffet. It is open to the public. That will be one of the best high school football games I will ever see. We had weeks of build-up, maybe months, and it lived up to every expectation. The crowd was incredible. I would like to call somebody in Moody and say, can you just give me a guess? The stadium holds what? 4,000? Maybe more.
Yeah, probably about that.
It was jam-packed, and literally it was 10 deep. There was 1,000 people at the concession stand the whole game.
Yeah,
they're just that many people there.
All the way around. Every bit of fence, standing room only, was at least 3 or 4 deep.
It's worse than that. I mean, I circled it a couple of times. It was.
Did you do it like you were in high school? Did you keep walking around? Hopefully somebody cool would see you?
No, I got some shouts, but I mean, I say that in a good way. There was just that many people there. They're not built to hold. When they play fill in the blank, there's going to be a good crowd, but I don't think. We may see that the rest of the year at Moody, but wow, what a football game. It was. I mean, it was one play. And it seemed like, boy, that fumble really, really hurt because I was thinking, that's a 14-point play there because Pell City, you were thinking they had the momentum, was going to score. And hats off to Moody. When the last time they was 10 points down? Mm-hmm. I mean, in a regular season game, it's been a long time, and they came back. Rush Probst and the Pell City Panthers, they had a jamboree game the week before. They didn't show anything that they showed in the first half. It was a little bit of a shocker, I guess, to the Moody coaching staff. And they adjusted and recovered. And that young quarterback, what is he, a sophomore, junior?
For Moody?
No, us. Gitman shook me all night long.
Gitman shook,
he ended up playing pretty well. I mean, that pass he that was called back was right on the money.
Yeah.
What year is he?
Either sophomore or junior. I can't remember.
A lot of potential.
Yeah, and big old tall kid. Weighs about $125 soaking wet.
He going to hit the weight. I mean, my arms are teeny-tiny. He's a young kid. I think it's his first year at Pell City. And when y'all were saying his name, I'm like, as soon as he does a big play, Gitman shook me all night long because that's got Gitman shook, right?
Gitman shook. Yeah, Gitman shook is how
a lot of potential there. It's going to be a fun season. I mean, Pell City may not win a game, but if they're all that exciting, you're going to get your money's worth with every ticket.
Yeah, it is. Again, it's been this is my 23rd year of calling football for Pell City High School, this play-by-play. I figured I'd be better at it by now after 23 years. And Rush Probst is my 8th head football coach in those 23 years. And it's been a long time since we've seen a Panther team play that hard, that structured, that disciplined, and that game plan. Lance Bowman and I, Lance
Bell, by the way, before I forget, did a fantastic job his first game as sideline announcer.
Are you just trying to get out of jail?
Yeah, are you kidding? Yeah, I mean, I want a state gig. Lance Bell was, way better than Aaron Andrews.
Okay.
Kidding. Hey, coach.
Anyway, the crap, I forgot what I was going to.
You were saying about Lance Bowman.
Lance Bowman and I, we sit down with Coach Probst on Thursday mornings, and it's kind of it's like what Network does. And for those who don't know, Vern Lundquist or whoever comes in, Todd Blackledge, or they come in and do a game with Alabama, Auburn, whatever, and they have what's called a production meeting where your broadcast crew sits down with your head coaches, and the head coaches tell things to the broadcast crew, that it's not going to say in a press conference kind of scenario. And so anyway, we do that every Thursday with Coach Probst, and Coach is kind enough to let us know things to look for and game plans. And so
they're in the club. I'm not.
So, we knew going in, and look, you can't judge anything off a Jamboree game either. Nobody's going to show anything during a Jamboree game. And we knew going in that jumbo package is what they came out with. And with that opening drive, Caleb Gross coming out and doing his thing, and which was totally different from what was seen.
Wasn't even close.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And so yeah, the game plan worked great. And again, hats off to Moody. Look, Moody, like you said, they were down 10-0
quickly.
Mm-hmm. They lost probably their best offensive player, their running back, and they came back and they won that thing 28-24.
Let me ask you a question on that point. It was close to a 10-minute stoppage in play. It seemed like 10 minutes. I don't know how long it was.
Mm-hmm.
While they didn't go look at any video, they being the referees, there was a hit on the Pell City sidelines, and flags went flying. And if I understood right from what I heard, and I did hear this, that the white hat, what is he called, the head official, the guy in charge, was equipped with a mic and didn't use it. I heard that from somebody from Moody that probably should know. I was sitting there. I said, it'd be great to have a microphone right now. He said, he's got one.
You mean over the PA?
You know how when they do the penalties.
Right. Yeah, so his mic coming over the PA.
Yeah. Apparently he was supposed to have one, but he didn't turn it on or it wasn't working or whatever. I've never seen a stoppage that long that was not for an injury.
Yeah, it was. Well, they were trying to figure. I think they're trying to figure out what was happening on the sidelines.
And only
and
one got thrown out, correct?
Yes, there was only one player that was ejected.
I was sitting by someone from Moody. Went over and watched a little bit. I stood on the trailer for a long time, and said, I better go sit with my wife a little bit. And they had it on their phone, and it looked like there was a lot of activity toward the boundary. Right?
There was.
And from y'all's vantage point, it's hard to see. And then, from what I could gather, the Moody player got up. He was hit out of bounds, let's just say, because it was called, right?
The Pell City player was hit out of bounds. That's what the initial flag was for.
Well, there were two. They were offsetting.
There were 3 penalties on
and one got thrown out. Anyway, the Moody player got up and hit and pushed and hit the face mask, and 10 minutes later, thrown out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And there was it was hard. I didn't really know what was going on. because a microphone would have been, because like I'm sitting with people that like are like kin to the dude, and they're like, what? And they took off, and I never saw him again.
Yeah,
So-
I think it was 2 unsportsmanlikes and then the personal foul, which gave the unsportsmanlikes offset, and the personal foul gave Pell City 15 after that kickoff
It
return.
took, I don't really know how many in real minutes. It seemed like 7 or 8 minutes anyway.
Yeah, it was probably closer to 10 minutes.
I've never seen a stoppage
Yeah.
that long that was not for an injury. So they didn't come over to your box and say, "Can we look at the video?" Because they wouldn't have been able to see.
No. Yeah, I mean,
so they just had to talk and figure it out.
Yeah, because all the officials gathered, and matter of fact,
They commenced the odd man right there. Candy Griffin said
they got that pumpkin and they took off.
without stepping in something.
Great football game. Again, hats off to Jake Gaines, the head coach for Moody, and his staff. Hats off to Rush Probst and his staff and the players on both sides. And it was everything that we could hope for,
and more.
You know, especially for the Moody fans, for the Pell City fans. I know Pell City didn't win, but man, oh man, it was such a good sight to see. And it's such a good sign. And I've said this on the air several times. I think in 3 years, Pell City's competing for a 6A state championship. And I mean
Big
that
step
sincerely.
this past Friday night. Let me ask you one other thing. No AC in the locker room.
Yes.
That just doesn't smell right. If you have air conditioning and won't use it, it's one thing if you don't have it. Because then you're talking, I heard we being Pell City, had players sitting in police cars to cool off.
Yeah, at the half, couple of things. Well, I think one kid was taken in onto the charter bus
because they're AC'd.
Right, and it was right behind the field house. And I know for a fact because we got some video of it because everything was behind us where we were shooting,
like right behind you. Yeah.
And there were several SUVs. And so what they did is they cranked them up at the half, and the football players got into the SUVs to cool off some. And look, I don't know what happened to the air conditioning in the visitors' locker room. It was not working. I know that. It was extremely hot, so they set up a tent on the outside, and that's where the players kind of gathered under and around the outside of the
115 degrees out there.
It was really hot.
I heard. I was listening coming in. We left our house at 6 o'clock. We probably got in the stadium 7:15, and Lance Bells, it was 136 degrees on the field.
Yeah, that's right.
136.
Yeah, let's go down to our Bobcat of Gadsden
Well,
sideline
he has
reporter,
melted.
Senator Lance Bell. And no, Lance did a great job, and he did it. They shot the temperature, and it was whatever it was.
I think, and he said 136 because that turf is warm. I mean, it was hot everywhere, but 136, and then to not have AC, I could see where the state may step in. If you have AC and it's not working, you call somebody at 3 o'clock that afternoon and pay the overtime and get it fixed.
Our thanks to Good Game Company again, Jason and Jana and everybody at Good Game. They supplied us with a flatbed, and if you were at the game, you saw us. So we were able to get 4 or 5 feet above the crowd and get over the heads and everything. The only bad part of that, the flatbed is metal. It was hot, man. It was so hot. There were seven of us in the broadcast crew up there. We kept apologizing to each other. I said, "I'm sorry, I smell so bad." I'm sorry because we're really tight, and everybody's like, "Dude, trust me, I can't smell you because all I smell is me." I smelled so bad at the end of that game. I mean, I sniffed under the underarm. Oh my goodness, it smelled horrible.
Without that, our broadcast would have been hosed.
Oh, yeah. Well, we would have had a lot of heads in the way of our cameras. And that's,
Where
again,
would you have gone?
23 years of doing this. High school ball, when you're on the road, sometimes you have to get creative, and sometimes you have to rely on friends that have flatbeds. And
It
this
would have
is
been
one of those. A lot of times, what we do is we set up in the stands.
But there was too many people there for that.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a full house. We didn't want to take up room in the stands, and we knew that every Heine was going to be in the stands and standing room only. So we knew we had to find an alternate way to do that. And again, thanks to our friends at Good Game for helping us out there and getting that flatbed out there for us.
Without that, it would have been extremely tough because I was thinking, well, you can go over there to that patio. There was 1,000 people over there.
Yeah, and
with
again,
the tents.
thanks to our friends at Moody High School for allowing us to come broadcast the game, and we appreciate Coach Gaines and Dr. Walters and everybody there for allowing us to come do the game. One of the other games on the River Sports Network, a big win for Tyler Robinson, his first game at St. Clair County High School, and close game through most of it, and then Tyler said, all right, let's hit the gas here. Boom, they take off. And what was you got the final score? I don't have it in front of me.
The final I got from the AHSAA, which is just a suggestion, it was County High 41-24 over Asheville. And when I checked the score late Friday, I think it was maybe 24-21 Asheville, because we had a tip bet on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I have paid said dollar. Then I got up Saturday and looked and okay, they stepped on the gas. Good win. Tyler Robinson, 41-24 over Asheville. Let me run down the rest of the scores. Leeds got beat 31-28 at home to Mortimer Jordan. It was Lincoln 31-7 over Talladega. Springville Thursday night, 28-21 winners over Etowah. You can hear the audio part of Etowah games on the River Sports Network. I was getting text messages all night long from my buddies in Springville. Audio only this year? I'm like, we were covering Etowah. Vincent over Raglan. Vincent, I think, is 2 or 3A, 29-20 winners over Raglan. And Woodland 38-7 winners over Victory Christian. Terry Etheridge's first game as Victory's head coach.
Yeah, don't forget the coaches' shows. You can check out those. Tyler Robinson and Matt Coulter every Tuesday at 6:30 at Bowling's Barbecue. Come out and check that out. The way we do that one, we record it on Tuesday, and then we make it part of the pregame show on Friday. And then Rush Probe Show, we do that one live on Tuesday at City Market Grill and Buffet in Pell City. So come on out and join us tomorrow. Lots of interesting talk. Obviously, we'll talk some headphones. We'll talk some hotel rooms. We'll talk Moody football. We'll talk about the big game coming up against Leeds, the home opener for Rush Probst as the head football coach for Pell City High School coming up this Friday. And we're going to do something a little different. Tiffany, we've got to go. We're going to bring the live stream down early today, about 8 o'clock. And we're going to bring it down because we encountered some problems on Friday. It's a Facebook problem. So we've got to find a workaround. And we found a workaround. And so what we're going to do, to make a long story short, I do believe...
That's hard for him to do.
I know. I do believe this Friday we are going to be accessible on Facebook, YouTube, Roku, Apple, and maybe one or two other platforms. We have found a workaround, and if you watch us on Facebook in the morning time, you see us buffering and stuff like that. And right now, I'm doing a dual broadcast. It's buffering literally as I'm doing that on Facebook. And we're also pushing to our YouTube channel. YouTube channel just as smooth as could be. So it's something with the upload and Facebook, and there are other users across the country that are having the same problem with Facebook. And so, again, our upload speed, it's not hard gray. We've got 100 megs of upload speed, which is that's flying.
It's a lot of megs.
That's a lot of megs. That's 99 more than just one meg Williamson Clements.
It's a lot of megs.
So we're flying. So we found a workaround this past weekend, and hopefully we don't have any problems. But Facebook, that's to you, my friends. Yes.
Ooh, like it, do you?
But I think we got it. So we're going to bring our live stream down a little early because we've got some consultants coming in. They're dialing in and about 8 o'clock, and we're going to try to figure this thing out to where we do not have any problems. Facebook?
Good luck. Hey, we have a pair of Donnas celebrating birthdays. Donna Rowan in the club. Donna Godwin is putting one more candle on the cake. Michael Hurst, happy birthday. And Phil Watson is celebrating. The USA won the Little League World Series. Dramatic fashion, a walk-off home run. Louis Leppy clobbered one after the international team hit a grand slam home run to tie it up. Victor Hovland, it's good to be him today. He won 18 $16 million with the FedEx Championship. Big wreck in NASCAR. I think it was Saturday night. Car flips 10 times, comes apart, and the guy walks away from it. It's 10 minutes away from 8 o'clock.
Your truck this fall
at Apex Vehicle Services in Pell City, where we install all the major brands of lift kits like Rough Country, all brands of custom wheels, tires, and off-road accessories. And we can even customize golf carts and ATVs. And financing is available, so call today to schedule your appointment. Apex Vehicle Services, 205-813-7373, or click on apexvehicleservices.com.
That's Apex Vehicle Services.
The peak of quality auto care.
Guys, it's buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday at Buffalo Wild Wings, and guess what?
You're gonna be a dad.
What? No, it's Boneless Thursdays, which means free boneless wings.
You'd be a great dad.
Okay, enough.
Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday only at Buffalo Wild Wings. To the greatest of all times. Buy one boneless wings at regular price. Get one of equal value free at participating locations for a limited time. While supplies last. Limit one, not valid with other offers. Size exclusions may apply. Delivery and takeout available at participating locations through Buffalo Wild Wing website or app. Fees, including service fees, may apply.
Looking for a little more comfort in your life? Don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. And at Allen Service Company, they'll show you the full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems. Turn to the experts at Allen Service Company, where financing is available, subject to credit approval. Call 205-338-2311, 205-338-2311, or visit online at allenservicecompany.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Call me, Drew Alexander, at Union State Insurance, 205-884-1670, or on Facebook, Union State Insurance.
What began as a family-owned business has become a place that families across Alabama have come to depend on for that perfect tribute to memorialize their nearest and dearest. Of course, I'm talking about Forever Memories Monument Company with locations in Moody and Pell City, and they will always go above and beyond to help you and your family in your time of need. And you can find a lot of information and images on their website, forevermemoriesmonuments.com. Get in touch with Cheryl Pools and her staff today, and they will be glad to help. In Moody, call 205-640-3040. In Pell City, phone 205-884-3040.
If your home is full of old, broken down appliances, get in touch with Appliance Parts and Service. For years, they have been saving residents big on washers, dryers, refrigerators, freezers, stoves, and much more. Plus, they do repairs at your place or theirs. And if you need parts, they have them. Appliance Parts and Service, 501 27th Street North, just up Comer Avenue from the Pell City Steakhouse. Or give them a call at 338-8121. That's 338-8121.
It is 7:54. I just went and rolled up the windows just in case. You want some constructive criticism on the air?
No, I do not.
You're going to get it anyway.
Look, I got enough.
No, you're going to get it anyway.
Enough problems this weekend.
Chill. Just like you told the people in downtown Pell City when they hit that red light at the courthouse 5 times, just chill.
Twice.
Just chill. CHILL. We're gonna go down to Dairy Queen and get you something cold so you can chill.
All right, then. Natalie, I need myself some cotton candy blizzard.
Either that or you're going to have a coronary. Chilling is better.
Coronary. I might actually sleep till my alarm goes off one morning. Boy, that would be great, wouldn't it?
It is 5 minutes away from 8 o'clock in the morning, but I don't see. You were just, if you saw the hands go up, he's in Willie mode. The camera lenses are how big? About the size of a mouse. They're little bitty.
Mm-hmm.
We were 3 feet above football helmets on the 20.
You mean the LED screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that the camera
I don't
operates.
see how they do as good as they do. Tiffany, you have your headphones on, right? Both ears or just one ear?
During the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, both of them.
Tiffany is a bulldog when she's barking orders.
You
Tiffany
have to be.
Stutter. She is. That's the first time I've really kind of sat there and listened to it a little bit. I'm like, I'm kind of scared of her. I went over there and sat by David and Alan because she was dusting some whippings out there.
David and Allen got some whippings too. They got some.
I got one. I didn't deserve it.
Yeah, he did.
No, I'm standing on the top of David's tailgate, and then Lance got Alan to move. Alan Rowan. Well, he's sitting on like the spare tire of the flatbed, and you can't do that as a 200-pound guy without moving. So Adam turns around and I get a whipping, and I've been standing on the truck. I'm standing on the top of David's bed, holding on to the flatbed. I had the best seat in the house.
Well, here's the problem: is that Tiffany and I, we're doing our thing.
I'm scared of Tiffany.
Everybody's on there, and so we've got
Chill,
we're having
chill.
We're having Facebook problems, and Tiffany and I are the only ones that are kind of seeing it, and we're I'm trying not to have a Willie calling the game, and she's barking out her stuff.
Chill.
And then we got these goons who are just observing. They're not even part of the crew. They're jumping up and down. The flatbed's going up and down.
I did not
shaking.
jump up and down.
And the cameras are going like this,
David's
like we're on a cruise
truck.
ship. And so anyway,
I wasn't even standing. I was on David's truck. I'm like, and anyway, just chill.
Just chill.
Just chill.
All righty then. I think we finally have the resolution to our Facebook problem. And it is Facebook, by the way. Is that Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Zuckerberg.
actually it's Meta.
Meta, whoever it is. Whoever it is not on our end. We finally deduced that it is actually a Facebook problem, and there are a lot of people having the same problems with Facebook. So we have found a workaround. And so we're actually bringing the live stream down early this morning. We're going to bring it down at 8 o'clock. We got a crap load of testing. We got 3 different units to chill. We have 3 different units. I believe Tiffany is bringing in her unit this morning as well. So she's bringing in a unit.
I'm scared of her. I've seen how she can act. She don't play.
So we've got 3 units that we are having to test this morning. It's going to take a while, and so we got these units that we are testing that hopefully go as planned. And hopefully they work and everything works today. And we got all kinds of different platforms that you can watch the river and everything that we stream. We finally found a workaround for the problems that Facebook is having.
A lot of local news going on. There was a murder case that wrapped up last week in St. Clair County. We're not knocking our local news. It was just so much fun talking about the first Friday night and Thursday night of high school football. A lot of games lived up to the billing, and it only gets better with week 2. Another close together rivalry, Leeds coming to Pell City. One of the last thing the coach said during the coaches show from behind the stands was, let's pack the stadium, have a big crowd out there. I did watch a lot of that. Who ran him down? He disappeared. Coach Probst did, and he showed up in different. I would have taken the long pants off too, so he found some locker room somewhere to put the shorts on.
Yes. Yeah, Coach, after the handshakes, he just went back to the locker room behind us, and so our sideline guy, Senator Lance Bell, I think we're just going to call him the Senator. Makes it easier because we have two Lances. They both LBs, Lance Bell, Lance Bowman, and so I think we're just going to call him the Senator. So the Senator tracked him down, and
that'll work.
As always, Coach Probst is very kind with his time, and he doesn't shy away from anything. And we'll talk to Coach Probst tomorrow. Don't forget the coaches show. We got two of them. Tyler Robinson, the head football coach for the St. Clair County Saints. That is recorded live, or that's recorded at Bowling's Barbecue. 6:30 on Tuesdays. Join Coach Robinson and Matt Coulter. And then tomorrow we will go live at 7 City Market Grill and Buffet in Pell City. Me and Lance Bowman, as well as Coach Rush Probst. 7 o'clock. Come out and join us. Enjoy a meal with us and hear what Coach has to say. Lots to talk about. We'll talk about headsets. We'll talk about the Moody game. We'll talk about the Leeds game coming up on Friday. We're going to say adios for our live stream this morning. We'll be back tomorrow at 7.
WFHK, W231CW. Our frequency modulation, it's 94.1. Pell City, Lincoln, Asheville, Ragland, Springville.
River Studio is